And we are back to waffle board breaks. How's everybody doing? We got a nice batch, 30 boxes left. We got 6 more before the reload. Obviously, reload is not going to be this Sunday, the following Sunday. So this Sunday is the last double box before the reload. So make sure you guys get your bids in. We'll do a box today, box Thursday, and box next Tuesday and Thursday as well. So there's our 6. That goes down to 24, and I'll be loading in probably, I think, 16 or so, maybe. We'll see what it is. But one spot left tonight. I discounted the buck on the Danny Briere Gorgeous Flyers Reebok. If anybody's interested, there you go. Dale steps up, looking for closer mojo, grabbing the Danny Briere. It's a beautiful jersey. I think Adam R has been grabbing that. Obviously, Adam's not here today. Very good. Thank you very much, Dale. I'll get you down there for that. Very good. Good luck to you. Closer mojo does exist. We know for a fact, in this room especially, closer mojo is real. Nothing going on tonight, guys. Nothing going on. Playoff baseball. Yankees, Jays looking to close it out up 6-3. Of course, we got opening night of hockey. Panthers raised their banner, got their rings, got the 1-goal win over Bedard, and the Rangers are playing now too. They're down 1-0, I believe. So then we got a triple header tonight. So we got the other game is the late game. That's going to be the Kings. Who are the Kings playing? The Kings are at home with the late game. So make sure when we're done here breaking, make sure you guys get your hockey on tonight. I'd like to thank everybody who was involved with Sunday's double box break. There it is. Mick Christian, that's right. I did finally hit big over at Big Al's. Thank you very much, Big Al. I got some luck on the random. I hit my Hagel finally. Very nice. Finally got Brandon Hagel. That's I don't have any current Tampa Bay Lightning jerseys I need to add to the PC. So Hagel is it for now. Other jerseys in that boxes I still like to chase, but hitting the McDavid. I know Larry McVelna. Larry McV definitely knows what it feels like to hit a McDavid. So we are the McDavid brothers over in the East Coast Big House boxes. So yeah, that's an absolute beaut. Can't wait to have that show up. And well, Hagel, big fan of Hagel, so it's nice to see him coming home. So that was a kind of nice, been that kind of weekend. I told you the Jays won the first 2 games. Phillies have now lost both of their first 2 games. Eagles lost on Sunday. Penn State lost to unranked UCLA. So it's things are going good. I think it's all been good. So work was good. I mean, the last couple of days we've been busy processing the payroll and everything looks good there. So that's been going good. Like weather's been good. It's been good. I think everything is good. It's been that kind of week. It's good to have a couple of days. Hopefully the Jays can close it out tonight. Obviously the Yankees playing for their playoff lives tonight at home, trying to claw back into that game, down 6-3, I believe. So we'll see if the Jays are able to close it out. It's going to be important for their bullpen to give some serious innings. Obviously, up 6-3. Obviously they're trying to add some more. The Jays have been scoring pretty much at will. Knocked around Rodon tonight. Knocked around, yesterday with Max Fried. So the Yankees 3 aces they were promising to roll out: Fried and Rodon and Slick, the Slitness, whatever they got. They might not get to him. So the Jays can end it tonight. They get a nice break. Seattle, Detroit is fighting it out for the other American League. Of course, the Dodgers up 2-0 on the Phillies, looking to close that out at home with the next 2 games, see if they can win one and close it out. And then, of course, the Cubs and the Brewers. That was a pretty crazy game too last night. Brewers definitely, flexed themselves after going down 2-0 in the first inning. The Brewers got some big bats going, and they're not a huge home run hitting team, but they're probably the best team. Obviously, they're the best record in baseball. They have a great deep team, top to bottom, kind of like the Jays, but Jays, aren't as tight, zipped up as much as I think Milwaukee is. It'd be a big series if Jays ended up getting there against Milwaukee. Milwaukee would have home field advantage, and they are the best team in baseball. So we'll see if they can close it out in the National League. Obviously, Dodgers starting to play better, but even though Betts and Ohtani are like 1 for 18 or something in the first couple games of that series, so they're not looking great. But of course, they got 2 big wins. They held on last night, so we'll see if they can close out the Phillies. Phillies obviously had 96 wins, I think, so looking a little hollow because the division was garbage. The Mets showed some life and then fell completely apart and didn't even make the playoffs. And the rest of the division is garbage. Marlins are garbage. Nationals are garbage. You can only play who you play. Your schedule is your schedule. But the Jays lost all 3 games to Philly. So obviously they played tough head to head to them, but said I think you beat up your division. Obviously, Toronto obviously had to fight Tampa and Baltimore, who at times played really well, even though they finished second to last and last in the division. But then you got the Yankees and the Jays finished with the same record, best in the American League. Of course, Red Sox finished just off that and could knock off the Yankees in the first round. So, I said, this is where the cream rises to the crop. Obviously, Jays trying to go worse to first, well, not worse, but last place in the East to first this year. That's already done, but trying to make some noise in October. So there we go. Like I said, we got good college football coming this weekend. Pro football is in full swing. Lots of backup quarterbacks. I'm not sure if I don't play fantasy football. Well, if you guys do, I'm sure you must have some backup plans. We've lost some big receivers. We've lost some decent running backs in the year, and the quarterback carousel has been in full force. But yeah, still living off the McDavid hit yesterday. That was like very unexpected, very, very appreciative of that happening. Like I said, my randoms were Jesper Bratt, who I've had a couple times, and Marcus Naslund, who actually I wouldn't mind hitting Marcus Naslund, even though it's kind of anachronistic. It's not the jersey he wore when he was a Canuck, but I haven't seen Marcus Naslund in much products, so it's nice to see Marcus Naslund in the products. And when we did the randoms, the 7th random, the top name on the list was Marcus Naslund. So McDavid comes to me on the Marcus Naslund. Dale was telling me a little while. Dale L had Kopitar as one of his randoms, and Kopitar was the number 2 name on the 7th random. So, like I said, I've been there. Like I said, I was telling him one. I can't remember. I don't think it was the McDavid, but definitely one of the. Maybe it was McDavid. Maybe it was that first McDavid. Definitely one of the randoms that we ran over Big House. I think I remember being at least the top name. My players were at least 3 of the 6, maybe 4 of the 6. I think at least 3. It might have been 4. And then obviously the 7th was not me. And that was I'd have to look back at the video. That was the one that Big Al hit. Larry hit the other McDavid. That might have been it. But no, Giroux was starting. Yeah, I did see that, Larry. I didn't realize you had Giroux. Like I said, I told Daryl, I didn't even check the random replay after having won. I was still kind of in a little shock and just trying to kind of walk that one off. Hitting the McDavid is just an unbelievable feeling. And I actually have that same color McDavid, but that silver paint pen on the upper deck authenticated is going right into the PC. So you guys might benefit because I'll be taking my other McDavid, not in the boxes, still too pricey to get into the boxes here. But if I can use it to turn that into a couple really nice jerseys, they'll be in our future reloads. That might be my plan. Like I said, there's a couple whales still on my wish list. So I might try to see if I can trade it or parlay it into one of the big names I'm missing. I'm never going to get Ken Dryden, especially now he's passed away. They're so few and far between. Most of the Koreas I've seen, and there's very few of them, look pretty much junky. He did not sign much and didn't like signing when he did. So you really don't see very nice Koreas. We're talking well out of the price range of most people. Other than that, I don't have a Gretzky or a Lem. I would do a Gretzky oil, but I have to pass my complete approval. I'm not going to just buy the first oil Lem or Gretzky I see. And Lemieux, you see Lemieux semi-regularly. Obviously, he's still heavily involved with Pittsburgh and as their president, I guess. And he does sign semi-regularly, so they're not impossible to find. I mean, price range, you probably even get him cheaper than McDavid's. Like I said, it's, he's a pretty avid signer. Some of them are nicer than others. I wouldn't want to, fork over big bucks for a hotel signed Lemieux, but some of the autograph sitting Lemieux, obviously now that he's in the front office and stuff, he does take his time signing his autograph on some jerseys. But yeah, Gretzky and Lem, those would be probably the two attainable whales in my collection. But every other player that exists currently in the NHL or has played before, except Mike Bossy. I would like to get a Mike Bossy. That's one I'm missing. But pretty much everybody else, I don't want. Keto Floor, I have a lot of the other significant players. I mean, I do have a Phil Spo. I don't have a Tony Spo. I do have a Dion. I got a Triple Crown Line Kings signed jersey, so that's got Dion on it. The other Dion's here in my box here. That was right out of my PC. So when I upgraded to the Triple Crown jersey, I decided to make the Dion available to you guys in the box. You guys benefit for that. So if I decide to give up my whale chase and turn McDavid into two really nice jerseys, they'll be going into the boxes. So definitely send me some requests and I'll keep hunting. Hopefully I can, come across, two really nice jerseys if I decide to trade them for the McDavid. So, I mean, if I put it on eBay, I'm getting, nicked with a 15%, surcharge to eBay. So I'd rather not list it on eBay. There's tons of other places, other websites and Facebook pages and groups that it's probably best if I wanted to move that. I've seen a lot of decent jerseys, McDavid auto jerseys on eBay, and prices vary, and some are a lot nicer than others. So, oh yeah, I don't want well. You know what? Now that I might be able to move my McDavid, there might be a whale in the future. We shall see. Yager Bruins. Like I said, I mean, Yager's been on like 18 teams. I mean, the Yager Ranger is absolutely gorgeous CCM that we got in there. I think we've had Yager pens. I personally own a Yager pen and a Yager Panther in my PC, which I'm not getting rid of either of those, and they're absolutely beauts. But yeah, definitely. I mean, you can shoot me in the chat, you can shoot me in Facebook and Messenger, or send me emails if you guys have some picks you'd like me to hunt specifically for. I know Larry sent me some names. I have that sheet still. Like he requested stuff a while back, and I still have the list up there. I have a couple jerseys that I think you might be interested in on my watch list. So we'll see what comes along, and that's without even having to move McDavid. Like I said, McDavid's kind of one of those lottery tickets to have. It's too big to get these boxes. The price would be throw everything out of whack. So it's probably best for me to turn that into two really nice jerseys if I do that. If I'm going to give up my chase for one of my whales. Like I said, all the other whales I have are relatively inexpensive, not worth trading. David for. I would love to get a Jeff Skinner Carolina Hurricanes jersey at some point. I mean, he's long gone from there. Can't never seem to find them. I need to find a PK Subban in Montreal. Montreal collectors don't give up their Montreal players very often, and for some reason, PK Subban in Montreal doesn't come up very often. At some point in time, I like to find a nice COA'd PK Subban. That's what I need for my my Norris collection. I have every Norris Trophy winner back to coffee, plus Bobby Orr. I have Orr, and I have a Pop Van. So, but there's some early '80s, late '70s Pop Norris Trophy winners that I really don't want. I need to add to the PC. I don't need a. I'm trying to remember back then. I don't have a Larry Robinson. I'm really not hunting for that. But there's some early '80s Norris Trophy winners that I'm not as fond of, and you don't see them very often anyway. But we'll see. Like I said, I still need a PK Subban, and then of course the only current player that probably would get one that I don't have. I know I have Makar. He's got one. I got Quinn Hughes. He has one. I got I have a Josie. He has one. I have trying to think else. I have Hedman, of course. I have Morrissey. I have Wierenski. I don't have any. I don't have Luke Hughes. Obviously, I have Quinn and I got Jack, but I don't have a Luke Hughes yet. So if he's on the Norris Trophy radar watch list, we'll see if he can stay healthy. If the Devils get better real quickly, I mean, I'm sure he'll get some noise. I mean, Dougie Hamilton's not a Norris Trophy winner, but he's one of my personal favorites, and I have several Dougies. I'm still missing the Carolina Dougie. I have a Boston, I have a Calgary, I have a Devils, but I don't have a Carolina Dougie Hamilton, and I'm sure he'll probably end up in Toronto at some point in time. So I'll have to hunt that down eventually. But like I said, when I hunt stuff down, if I upgrade on my PC, you guys benefit. On top of me hunting for stuff just for the boxes, I'm more than happy to, when I grab something I want to add to the PC. In fact, one just arrived to me yesterday. I still have to get it a COA. So I have a jersey I got that's going to be great for the boxes, which I have to send in to JSA for a COA, and I'm going to send my Evgeny Nabokov Sharks that I just received in the mail yesterday. That's going to go with the other jersey when it arrives to JSA for COA. So I trust their COA product. I do have one. Like I said, the one I had, the Cujo I got was COA'd, and I sent that away to JSA, and that's an unbelievable. Can't wait to see who hits the Cujo. Obviously, Joseph K has that. He's hoping for that to be his first win. That's going to be so gorgeous when I open it up, and that, like I said, that came right back from JSA. Their JSA has the office up in North Jersey. I mailed it out, and they mail it back with of course, I paid for that, but so that's why I'm going to hunt stuff that doesn't have a COA that I want to add to you guys. And, I want to keep the price reasonable because I know I'm going to be paying for the COA as well as the shipping back to me. So, but I'm always looking for good stuff. The next reload's got couple familiar names, familiar jerseys, but some really new stuff. Some stuff we haven't seen, some players we haven't seen, some teams we haven't seen, like non-NHL stuff. So it's fun. I always like to mix it up for you guys, get you some stuff that, you might chase, new stuff, All-Star game stuff, juniors jerseys. I mean, if I can find it, and I think it'd be good for you guys to chase, I'm more willing to grab it. So, yeah, it's a fun batch. I'm kind of finalizing the last couple pieces, and I expect to get the pictures up. Probably the preview pictures will probably go up maybe by the end of the week or the weekend, because then I'll have pretty much all the jerseys in-house that I'll be loading. Maybe one or two are still trailing behind. But so other than that, like I said, it's full speed ahead. My boxes arrived. I got my boxes here, so I'm ready to go. I got about 60-something boxes, so that'll hold me for at least a couple reloads. So there we go. But like I said, 30 boxes tonight. We got 10 boxes on the shelves. We got 20 boxes in the middle. We got 2 columns of 7, 1 column of 6 in the middle. All the boxes are there. Of course, we know our oldest is from May, and then the 2 late June. We're down to 7 from July, 5 from August, and 15 boxes from the September reload. No double boxes. You guys that were here on Sunday got to see the mayhem as I hit 2 double boxes. I've never hit 2 double boxes on the same night, which is absolutely insane. Plus, I gave away that Max Pacioretty, biggest Golden Knights Adidas gold or so, gray jersey. So that was 5 jerseys that I got awarded on Sunday. So Sunday was fun for you guys. I just did that as an opening night, NHL opening night, celebration. Like I said, we're in the middle of our baseball playoffs, and hockey just started. 4 games tomorrow, and like I said 13 or so games on Thursday. So when we're back here on Thursday, it's going to be mayhem hockey. I'll be looking to get right now, no matter where you are, you get the free preview. So all the games are available. If you have, Xfinity, whatever cable company you have the free preview. I think it's for a week or so. So try to get your viewing of some of these teams, try to catch some of the West Coast games, try to catch the Sharks. Obviously, the Ducks are going to be much better this year. Catch your McDavid when you can. Catch your Calgary Flames. Obviously, Dustin Wolf is the real deal. Got a big contract from Calgary. So these are the games you want to check them out. You want to be able to check these teams that aren't in your area. And then you don't get a chance to see as much. Try to catch some Winnipeg Jets because I never get enough chances to watch Winnipeg, and they've been one of the best teams in the league regular season last couple of years. So it's always fun to catch them. So here we go. Like I said, we're closed up. Thank you very much, Dale. You got a couple spots other than that. So, you're looking for Closer Mojo. We had a pretty good run tonight. I think we have 14 different people. I'd like to welcome Thomas M, Big Al, Jason R's got a couple leaves, Carl Z with some spots, Larry V, of course, CK, Mike H, grabbed a couple, Joseph K, looking for his first hit, as well as Brett G, we're looking for some newbie mojo. We had a newbie hit on Sunday, which is pretty cool. Simon V from up in Canada. Like to welcome him. He's not here tonight, but like I said, newbie magic exists. We know Closer Mojo exists. So we'll see. Yeah, let's go Flames. I'm hunting. I'm always looking for good Flames jerseys. So that's just a foreshadowing. I may have some Flames in the near future. So who else we got tonight? Oh, Devin. Devin's here with a spot tonight. Good luck to him. Dale C, of course, close this out. Daryl L. He finished second to me in the McDavid random, and Dale L is back tonight looking to hit. Steve S has his aisle. Good luck to him. Pot Van Sox, and then Nick F has his Spezza. So 14 different owners, 14 different owners, 30 boxes, no double boxes. Let's get to it. Okay, very good, guys. Of course, the Yankees just tied it, now 6-6. So if the Jays want to win that, they're going to have to earn it. The bullpen's pretty horrific across the board, but 4 innings, 6-6 game. There's no gimmies in baseball. So we'll see if the Jays could right their ship and score some runs on this Yankee bullpen, who's no better than the Jays bullpen. So we'll see how it is. But yeah, you give up a 3-run bomb to Aaron Judge, that's what happens. So that's exactly it. You're going to pitch to him, he's going to hit bombs on you, and that's exactly what happened. So the bullpens. Tomorrow, the next game tomorrow is going to be a bullpen game anyway. So hopefully the Jays bullpen could get their act together and close this one out. Get the Jays bats got to keep swinging, and we'll see. 6-6, new game, bottom of the 4th inning. It's going to be a long night. So here we go. Let's get this going. Then we get our hockey watch on, and you get to watch some of the baseball the rest of the night as well. So let me get my randoms up and my dice roller, and let's get it going. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. Like I said, I'm still walking off the crazy night we had on Sunday. That was pretty fun. Like I said, it was nice to do. It was nice to do the freebie, but then we managed to hit the 2 double boxes, made it even more fun for everybody involved. So like I said, we had somebody hit 2 people with 2 jerseys. So it was obviously. That was good for them. Not as cool for everybody else, but it's really, really fun to see when people hit double boxes. So that's for double chances. Here we go. Very good. Of course, you know the drill. We do 5 or more on our dice roll. Come up with our box. Boxes are here in order. 81's the oldest from May. 2332 from late June. We had 2 reloads in June. And then our first reload's long gone. And then we got 36 through 48. Obviously, there's our 7 from July. Then we said 36 to 48 and 57 through 65 is our oldest reload. And then 67 all the way to 86 is our most recent. So good luck, everybody. We'll get to our baseball and hockey watching after we get this done. So good luck, everybody. 1 jersey, 1 box, 5 or more in the dice roll. Let's see what we got. 5 or more, and it is 4. That is no good. 5 or more on our random. That's going to be 7. The most common die roll. 7 it is. So good luck, everybody. Let's see some monsters. I don't care what comes out. You guys deserve everything that we hit. So there we go. 30 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the box we're going to open tonight is going to be box number 36. 36. Almost one of the old boxes. 36 is from pretty big run. There's 7 boxes. That's from the July reload box. 36. Okay. Oh, we got some monsters coming. We got some monsters coming. Here we go. 30 boxes. Number 7 times. Box 36. Okay. Make sure we get over to Big Al's tomorrow. He's got a couple more boxes. He ordered, I think, 10 more. So he's got 4 more in-house. He's going to be ordering. He's got 10 more to close out that series. So that means he'll have had 30 of the 60 boxes in the series. So even though McDavid is now gone, still Gordie Howe monster as a community hit, and some really, really big names still available. Obviously, obviously the Patrick Waugh, the Connor Bedard, some really nice Austin Matthews I had a couple times. Some really, really nice jerseys still left in that series. So get over to Big Al's tomorrow. Continue to support him. And then, of course, be back here Thursday. 29 boxes on Thursday. So there we go. So 36 it is. Okay. And of course, that's got the sticker on it. There we go. Let me get this off. There we go. 36. There we go. 36. Good luck, everybody. 36. Pretty good group in here. Where's my group here? Okay. Looks like we have 7 different people. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. Box 36. See what we got. There we go. Box 36 tonight is going to be absolutely beautiful. And one of the people that's been chasing this is not here tonight. Here we go. This is going to be such a beautiful jersey. Vincent LeCavalier, Adidas Classic, Tampa Bay Lightning. I love this jersey. I have the exact jersey in my PC. Vincent LeCavalier, and that's East Coast with the inscription 04 Cup. I don't have a description on mine. East Coast. In fact, I don't even know if mine's the East Coast. This is an Adidas Classic. The black Tampa Bay. Obviously, the East Coast hologram verification. There it is. Vinny LeCavalier 04 Cup on the number 4. Former first overall draft pick, Vinny LeCavalier, state of Florida. Back on the head, that was it. Here we go. Adidas Team Classics, 92 in the collar with the A on the front. Vinny LeCavalier. Absolutely stunning. No foot strap, I believe. No, that's the Adidas Classics. Some of them do, most of them don't. It's the Adidas Classic jersey with the texture. The feel of the jersey is like the old CCMs, but that's an absolutely beautiful Vinny LeCavalier. Wonderful shoulder patches. Number 4 with the A. Stanley Cup champion. Former number 1 overall pick, Vincent LeCavalier. Like I said, we've had that. A couple different people have had it. I know Anthony C's not here tonight. He's had that a bunch of times. I know Big Al's had it a couple of times. But let me see who's got it tonight. Vincent LeCavalier is going to Brett G. Welcome to the Waffle Board Breaks. Brett G gets his first win. Congratulations, sir. Very, very nice. Vincent LeCavalier. Very nice. Such a beautiful jersey for your first win. Like I said, we do have some beginner luck. Obviously, we got a couple still trying to get off the schneid. Obviously, Joseph K. would love to see his first hit. But big Brett G hitting the Cavalier. So there we go. Congratulations on that one. Such a beautiful Cavalier. Like I said, with the Adidas on the hem, Vinny LeCavalier, number 4, Tampa Bay Lightning, former number 1 overall pick. Won the cup there with them with St. Louis, Brad Richards. Habib Bulin, that was the early cup championship run of the Bolts before they had to sink back down and get Stamkos #1, Hedman #2, and added the rest of the roster, the points, the Kucherovs. I mean, and then made the trades. Obviously, they made some unbelievable front office moves. Very, very, very nice. Yes, yes. Vincent Lecavalier going to Brett G. Big time hit. Congratulations on that one. Like I said, I got nothing bad to say about that. I got the exact same jersey in my PC. Exact same Adidas Classic. I think mine is too. So, but not East Coast. Mine does not have the 04 Cup inscription. I figure I'll make that available to you guys. Just an absolute beautiful Vinny Lecavalier. So there we go. I'll take that off the Facebook spot price preview for Thursday. I'll remove that. We'll get back to East Coast. I didn't know the eBay spots are live. They went live today. I will, of course, end this. Make sure Sunday night, man, last double box break before the reload. Of course, I have to get lots of work going to get all that finalized for, a week and a half basically from now. We'll be doing the next reload, but we got 5 more jerseys to go before that happens. We're down to 29 boxes left, guys. So we got some monsters still to hit. I love Vinny. Love that jersey. Unbelievable. So there we go. Congratulations to Brett G with his first win in the win column. So there we go. A couple other people, like I said, Joseph K. Love to see you get your first win. I think Dale L. I'm not sure if Dale might not have a hit either. So obviously Dale C has had at least a couple. He's not been a monster hitter for us. He's overly due as well. Some of you guys have hit semi-recently. Obviously Thomas and CK and Big Al and Mike H. And, some of you got Carl Z's hit recently. Jason R. just hit. That Jason R., I was actually looking at my records. Jason R. has been in a lot of breaks with us, a lot of breaks elsewhere with us. That was his first box hit from my jersey boxes. I think he's hit in Hit Parade. I think he's hit in other products, either East Coast or the AJ's boxes or the Frozen Pond. I think he's definitely hit either here or elsewhere. But Jason R., that was his. Congratulations to him. Like I said, forgot to say that when I was looking at my records. I'm like, that's first ever Jason R. hit. I know we've had Leafs hit, but Jason R. never hit a Leaf here. So there we go. Congratulations to him. He's actually in the win column now. Like I said, we only have a couple in the room that have not hit. So good luck to you guys. I'd like to see you guys back here on Thursday. Make sure you enjoy the rest of the games tonight. The late game. Hopefully the Jays could get the win against the Yankees, but 6-6, a whole new game, 5 innings, 4.5 innings in the books. We'll see how that one ends up. But yeah, like I said, I mean, you're going to be overdue. Like I said, Brett's only been here just about the same amount of time as you, and boom, he hits the Cavalier. And we're talking, 1 in 29 odds. No double boxes now. 1 in 29 odds Thursday. Of course, 1 in 28, 1 in 27. Like I said, I mean, the odds for me hit the McDavid last night. We figured we got through 12 of the boxes, and we've hit, over Dale. Dale saw a box. Big Al hit the Adrian Kempe. So that was one less. So there's at least, possible 35 possible. So I guess my odds are 1 in 35 technically, 1 in 34, 1 in 33. So it's a little bit less than the odds of hitting here. The odds weren't as good to hit the McDavid. So, but like I said, the hitting the Hagel was great. I'm sorry, that one felt good, hitting the McDavid, which is, replacing the McDavid I have in my PC because I just love the silver paint pen and the Upper Deck authenticated. I mean, the one I have is nice as well, but there's no bad. Actually, no, I would say that I've seen some really bad McDavids, but the ones I've seen, obviously I have an AJ's, and the ones from the legit signing companies like the Frameworth and I don't even know if they signed for Frameworth. Definitely AJ's. I think Fanatics might have some McDavid stuff. East Coast, of course, they got that from Upper Deck A. So that's not a signing that he did for Josh up at East Coast. But like I said, it's we still have some big names over at Big Al's. So good luck to everybody if you get over there. Gordie Howe is a beautiful jersey. I have a Howe, but I don't know if I probably would PC the one that's in the boxes if I managed to get lucky again, but I'm not counting my chickens for that. I would just hope to hit my target or maybe even to back up the random. But I'll be over there with you guys tomorrow night. You have to try to ride the hot wave when it comes. So, but we'll see. Like I said, good luck, everybody. Thank you much for stopping by again tonight. We'll get back here Thursday and then Sunday, double box break. We'll be down to 28 and 27. So good luck, everybody. I will see you over at Big Al's tomorrow night. I'm definitely back here on Thursday. Enjoy, guys. Take care. WAFFLEBOARD Breaks is out.